Okay, intro to Fulcrum. So this is the first page you come to in Fulcrum. The website is just fulcrumapp.com. It's pretty simple when you first get here. If you have other accounts, you're going to go to the UNE GIS account. And when you go there, you'll see these are all the other apps that other students have made. We will just start from scratch and make a new app just for this video. You could search for different apps. You know, when you come in here, you can sort them. But really all this is just the apps. And then you have these little bubbles with different tools, which we'll go over. But for now, we'll just make a new one. So you just click on New App. And this is just a designer page, basically, and we'll add in a bunch of these things. And what this is when you hit the plus button that we saw outside, this is what should that page show when that pops up. And all you need to do, let's say you're going to collect the name of something. You can drag and drop text box in, and it's going to say, well, what do you want? What's the name of this text box? And it would be name of, let's do, I don't know, one of those black lights. Well, dorm, sure, that's good. Yeah, name of dorm. Then you could put a description in there, and you could make it required, so every time somebody collects a point, they have to fill this out. I would like you guys to make things required, because otherwise you kind of will forget to put data in. And you can do a lot more things. For example, you can have visibility rules where certain things only show up after you've already said it's a certain type of thing. So like, let's say you had Zaxter and some other bike share company was out, and for Zaxter you wanted to collect whether or not the bikes had a certain device on them, because Zaxter had certain special things. But for the other company, they never have it. So you make it so only when you collect this type of bike does that thing show up. But we're not going to do any of that. We're just going to add 5 or 10 of these. Let's call it 10. I think I'd rather do more, and we'll say at least 5 different types of things. And I might revise that, but we'll see. So in this app, we click the plus, and right now we're going to collect the name of the dorm, and all we did was we dragged this over. Then if we want to collect the number of rooms in the dorm, we can drag over a numeric field, and so we could say the label would be number of rooms, and you can say decimal or integer. The difference is an integer is not going to have decimals. If you type in 4.5, it'll just be 5. So we could do integer, and I'm going to make it required again, and that's really as far as I'm going to go. And I just clicked off of that to save it. You can click save and continue as you go. Oh, the app must have a name. Okay, so the app name goes up here on the right, top right. Test app for demo in class to app to collect dorm info. Save and continue, and now the app is saved. And you've noticed all I've had to do is just drag these things over and give them a name. Then, like Kayla, you were saying yes or no, you could add that, and it would be, does this dorm have edible flowers? And you can make it required, and you can make the default value be no, for example, so every time somebody comes here, or you could not set one. You can make these very simple or very complex. It's kind of the point. And then you can put date, and you can just leave that the way it is, and it would collect the date for you. And then you can put your time, leave it how it is, and that'll collect the time you collected the point for you. Then you get into some good stuff here with single choice, multiple choice. What you do is, if single choice is basically a drop-down list, so you can drag that in, and you can say, all right, let's say this is the one I was saying, Kayla, you should have type of flower bed, but in this case we'll do type of dorm. And then here you just list out the choices on each line. So you say student dorm, faculty dorm, I don't know, animal dorm, other dorm. And then you can say save. Oh, 3 issues. Oh, I don't have a label, I don't have a data name, and I don't have one choice. Let's see. So I thought I put a label in. Oh, I didn't save it, I think. I can't get to the bottom of my list here, though. Huh. Oh, sorry, I inadvertently. So now it's fine. I just had put another one in that didn't have any information. Yeah, so all I needed to do was, again, label it, and then put in the list. And we'll see what this comes out like. I mean, that's just going to be a drop-down menu, and it's going to let me pick one. But the point is, for all the data things that we talked about, we want to have, if somebody's going to collect those values, you don't want them typing that in every time, right? You want the exact same value in there every time. So when they try to make a map that's colored by what type of dorm it is, that all matches, like animal is spelled the same way each time. There's no spaces. Multiple choice is when you can have multiple things at the same time. It's the same form as a single choice. It's just you would then have, you'd be allowed to select, if it was a, let's think of a good example. Dorm amenities. We could say showers, rooms, and then also showers, and then also library, also food, and then also other. And then people would be able to pick, all right, this one has rooms and showers and food and nothing else. So those are basically all the types of things that I would want us to talk about. Some of this design stuff, you can put like a section separator in there, and it will just be like it'll label it like section 2 and like section 1. You could maybe put at the top, but that's not important really. That would just be for design. Sometimes you make these apps and they're like there's a ton of stuff in them. So then the only other things that are interesting are, of course, in the advanced section you could just drop in the address, and it would fill out the address for you. You could put in a photo or a video, which photo is probably the most common under the media. You can just drop in photos, and automatically, it'll just be called photos, but you could call it like photo of dorm entrance. And then you could drop another photo in there that would be photo of sample room. And Kayla, yours might be photo of one of the flowers. Photo of the flower bed would be good. But then you could, to round out, like if I asked for 10 of these things, really, I think the most helpful thing would be to collect 4 photos for each one, and those would each count as one of them. So even if you were just collecting something very simple like a street sign, it could be front of the sign and the back of the sign and a close-up of the sign, but that's basically it. Whoop, 2 issues. Oh, section 1 needs something. Really? Oh, okay. So you have to put these into the section, maybe? Maybe I don't know how to do sections. I've never actually done it before. I'm going to just remove